Okay, and next we're going to perform The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Every who down in Whoville had Christmas a lot. The Grinch who was just north of Whoville did not. The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. Now please know ask why. No one quite knows the reason.
It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right.
It could be perhaps that his shoes were too tight. But I think the most likely reason of all may that his heart was 2 sizes too small. But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood on Christmas Eve taking the cruise. Staring down from his cave with a sour drifting frown at the warm lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every who down who was busy now hanging in mistletoe leaves.
And they're hanging their stockings.
He snarled with a sneer.
Tomorrow's Christmas. It's practically here.
Then he growled with his great fingers nervously drumming.
I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming.
For tomorrow, he knew. All the Who girls and boys would wake bright and early. They'd rush for their toys. And then, oh, the noise, noise. That's the one thing he hated. Noise. Then the little animals would sit down to listen. And they feast. Feast. They would feast on new puddings and rare roasting, which was something the Grinch couldn't stand in the least. And then they do something he liked least of all. Every who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing to stand. And the Who's would start singing. They'd sing. And they'd sing. Sing. And the more the Grinch thought of the Who Christmas sing, the more the Grinch thought.
I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 53 years I put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how?
Then he got an idea. An awful idea.
The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea.
I know just what to do.
The Grinch laughed in his throat. And he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. And he chuckled and laughed.
What a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and this hat, I look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer.
The Grinch looked around, but since reindeer were scarce, they were not to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch?
No!
The Grinch simply said,
If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead.
so he called his dog Max. And he took some red thread and he tied a big horn on the top of his head. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on travel sleigh. And he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said,
Giddy up!
and the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's lay a in their town.
All of their windows were dark, clouds filled the air. All the Who were all sleeping sweetly without care.
When he came to the first little house on the square,
This is stop number 1.
the old Santa Claus hissed. And he climbed to the roof and the bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney a rather tight pinch. But if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once for a minute or two. He stuck his head out of the fireplace glow where the little blue stockings all hung in a row.
These stockings
He grinned.
are the first things to go.
Then he slithered in, smoked with a smile most unpleasant. Around the whole room, Santa took every present. Pop guns and bicycles, roller skates, drums,
Checkerboards!
tricycles, popcorn, and plums. And he stuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one in the chimney. Then he slunk into the icebox.
He took the who's feet.
He took the who pudding. He took the roast beef. He cleaned out icebox and put in the glass while that empty and put the last bit of who had. Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with wheat.
And now
Turn the Grinch.
I will stuff up the tree.
And the Grinch grabbed the tree and started to shove.
When he heard a small sound like a coo ugly dove.
He turned around fast and he saw a small who. Little Cindy Lou Who.
Who was not more than 2.
The Grinch had been caught by this tiny blue daughter who got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said, Santa Claus, why? Why you take my Christmas tree? Why? But you know that old Grinch was so smart and so slick, he thought of a lie. He thought it up quick.
Why, my sweet little tot?
Yeah. Big Santa Claus lied.
There's a light on this tree that won't lie down one side. So I'm taking it into my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, then I'll bring it back here.
And his big little child. Then he planted her head and he got her a drink. Then he sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuffed the tree up. The last thing he took was the log for the fire. Then he went up the chimney himself to old Wyatt. On the walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire. And the one bag of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was he was too small for a mouse.
Then he did the same thing to the other 2 houses.
Leaving crumbs much too small for the other whose mouses.
So the 1:15.
Oh, the who's still a bed, who's still a snooze.
When he packed up his sled.
Packed it up with their presents.
In ribbons.
The wrappings, tags, and the tinsel, and the trimming.
The trappings.
3,000 feet up the side of a Mount Crumpet. He rode with his load to the tip top to dump it.
Poo-poo to the who's.
He was preciously hungry.
They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they're doing. Their mouths will open in a minute or 2. Then the who's done and who will all cry, boo-hoo. That's a noise that I simply must hear.
So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear, and he did hear a sound rising over the snow.
It started in low.
Then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so. But it was merry.
Very!
He started down at the way. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Down in the middle, the tall and the small were singing.
Without any presents at all.
He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came.
Somehow or the other, it came just the same.
And the Grinch with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow. So puzzling.
How could it be so? It came without ribbons, it came without tags, it came without packages, boxes, or bags.
And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe Christmas
He thought,
doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more.
and what happened then?
Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's now heart grew 3 sizes that day.
And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his throat through the bright morning light. brought back the toys and the food for the fish and he himself.
The Grinch stars